The Breathing Abyss by Nimwraith is a Skyrim quest mod inspired by the works of H.P. Lovecraft. It features a new NPC, Manias,
A researcher of the abnormal and peculiar.
who's fully voiced by the talented D.D. Rumin and has 150 lines of dialogue throughout the mod. There's also a new quest that incorporates an aspect that was completely overlooked in the base game: underwater exploration. To begin the quest, find Manias' camp off the coast of Winterhold and speak to him.
Manias. A researcher of the abnormal and peculiar. I explain what cannot be.
There's something paranormal happening around here?
Indeed. You see, the college began to notice the death of countless sea fauna, clams, fish, and even whales, all around one section of water. They sent someone to investigate and unearth a vast cavern. Exploring it, they found something.
What was it?
A colossal being. Its body eclipses anything I've ever dealt with. From what I can discern, its form is grander than even the mightiest whale, and its scales, rock hard and impenetrable to the force of my blade. They seem iridescent to my eyes, the colors shifting and contorting within that unnatural darkness. The only hint that the creature was still alive is a thrumming it seems to be emitting. Other than that, it doesn't move or even breathe.
Can I go see it for myself?
If you do venture there, you must retrieve a tablet for me. Do you understand? Last time I went down there, it was rooted in front of the creature. You should find it with ease. The tablet is of utmost importance. I believe it shall tell us how the being came to be entombed, and where it originates. Remember, you cannot tell a soul of what you shall see down there. Some secrets are meant to be buried, else they may drag others down with them.
Understood. I'll go get that tablet for you now.
Take these. You'll need them.
As I approached the quest marker, I found a highly detailed entrance to the cave, but quickly learned that it was no match for what lied ahead. This entire cave is super intricate and very well designed. I recommend, if you check this mod out, to dedicate a few minutes to exploring and appreciating this place. In the back of the cave, I found the tablet Manias was talking about, and behind it, after collecting the tablet, I returned to shore and spoke to Manias once again.
You've seen the creature, haven't you?
I have. It was...
Do not attempt to explain what you have seen. It shall avail you naught. Now, the tablet. Do you have it?
barely. My water-breathing potions failed and I felt the cave collapsing.
Gods, this is like nothing I've seen. Perhaps it is emitting the markings, the shifting. This script, I can't decipher a single character. Please, leave me with this. I shall translate all I can.
Manias began to look over the contents of the tablet, and this process took 2 in-game days to complete. Once the quest updated, I returned to the camp and Manias shared what he found. What did you find?
The tablet. I could not place its origin to a single civilization. Whoever, whatever, inscribed such words within it is unknown to me. However they embedded the script within is impossible. The words resist my gaze, ever-shifting, changing forms. Somehow they thwart all attempts at discerning their meaning. With great difficulty, I've learned that the words on the stone do not belong to a single language. It contains countless different tongues, each likely carrying the same message.
Well, what was the message?
Son of the terrible Lord, banished for eternity. Hatred boils within his blood. A simple but poignant message.
What language did you translate?
The only identifiable tongue was Daedric. All others are likely languages from a bygone era. Whatever birthed the creature is from an age long since past.
Who do you think the terrible lord is?
At first, I was lulled into the assumption that the Lord was a mortal king, a tyrant from an age of cruelty, one best left forgotten. But the power that this being has, the sheer size of it, it hints at something far greater. I believe the creature is the son of a Daedric prince.
It would make some sense.
To be so feared, so reviled by your own kin. Whatever prince sired this creature is one of pure hate. Further than that I cannot say. More fragments of knowledge must be found for the truth to be pieced together.
And how will you do that?
This being must have grown since its inception, its scales along with it. If you can find a few of its sheddings, perhaps traces of flesh will still linger on them. With such knowledge, I could pinpoint the race the creature was born of, and perhaps who even heralded such a child.
Why do you think the creature was banished?
Perhaps out of pure fear, punishment, or simple hatred. There are countless factors that could have caused such a reaction. Yet, unless we find another tablet or inscription, I believe the truth shall always elude us.
Alright, I'll go get you those scales.
Thank you for your help. Take these.
From here, I made my way back to the cave to collect the creature's scales. But I noticed that this time, the hum resonating from it had grown louder. I brought the scales back to Manias, and he thanked me.
You do me a great service. I thank you. Now indulge me if you will. When you ventured down there, did you notice anything abnormal, different from your prior visits?
I could hear a faint whispering, separate from the hum of the creature.
Gods. Is it? No, it can't be.
Are you alright?
Of course, yes. Thank you for your help. I shall study these samples immediately.
After 2 more in-game days, I was ready to speak to him again, but this time, something was off. What did you find?
The scales themselves were confounding. Under the light of the sun, they have turned a pitch black. All vibrant hues once within them now completely missing. Perplexing in nature, but of little import. No, the real weight lay with the traces of flesh still clinging to the scales. What little remains is infested with something. They seem to resemble maggots, but no book, no scroll, no tome can explain their appearance. I've never seen their kind before, and not a single mention of them is within the college's library.
Why are they so peculiar?
When exposed to sunlight, they writhe uncontrollably, burning in naught but its mere presence. When they cease their movement, the same void from the scales afflict their husks, coating them in a viscous darkness. The flesh itself is not exempt from these peculiarities. It is a pallid green marked with impossibly dark traces of veins and arteries. Despite its oddities, the structure of it most resembles that of a dreg.
A dreg? Are you sure?
I'm certain of it, though I still harbor your doubts. I scoured every textbook of marine life, and yet no other being comes close to the same flesh.
What could this mean?
Perhaps, but I propose a much more eccentric theory. From my countless hours of research, I managed to locate a mention of the ancestors of the Dreg. They were said to be a once proud civilization, long before the First Era. The Dreg are simply descendants, cursed by an unknown power. We know the creature itself is ancient. Perhaps this being is born of a Daedric prince and the Dreg's ancestors.
What else do you know about these ancestors?
My tomes speak little of them. Their presence seems to have been wiped clean from history. Only one story remains. That and their inherent connection to the Daedric Lords. Perhaps.
An interesting theory. It seems likely with all the evidence.
Dreg or not, I'm near certain of a prince's involvement. Such power is staggering, simply unattainable by mortal means. Whichever deity heralded such a child, be it Merun's Dagon, Molech Baal, or even Hermaeus Mura, the same fact remains. The creature is being instilled with great power, capable of wreaking untold havoc. We must tread lightly.
We can guess at its origins. How do you plan to stop it?
Don't listen to them, focus. We know they are the child of a prince. The only path forward is to uncover which one. Discerning that fact, and we could... Gods, I cannot do this.
What's wrong?
I know you've been down there many times. More than any being should, but I must ask you again. Please, go once more. I cannot shake the feeling of... dread. That the creature is alive, waking beneath those frigid waters.
Fine. I'll go back.
Thank you. Truly.
I then returned to the cave, this time hoping to find something useful in my observation of the creature. I told Manias that the creature had spoken to me, and if it hadn't happened before, this is where a switch flipped inside of him.
Spoke? What? How? Are you certain? Yes. Yes, I understand. I must hear its words for myself. Give me some time to prepare, to ready myself. I must. I will hear its words. I will see its truth.
After waiting just one day this time, I found Manias outside of his tent.
His cries fill my mind. Wisdom blinds my eyes.
Manias, are you alright?
One side of the Lord, the chosen one. His path carved with threads of fate. Astounding.
Manias, look at me.
Take unto this mortal vessel a carcass for flight, a vassal for domination, a cadaver for your will. Break free of the shackles that bind you. Break free!
I hate to see you like this. Goodbye, Manias.
You. Tear us under my mortal remains. Each fiber and tendon is fit for your will.
One more day had passed before the quest updated yet again. Find Manias. I searched the camp and surrounding area with no luck besides 2 elixirs of water breathing. The very thing Manias would give me before sending me to the cave. I swam over, and from a distance a boat caught my eye. I then entered the cave and went directly to the room with the creature in it. There, the quest ended, and there was no sign of Manias, only the tablet I had retrieved for him earlier, now back in the same spot I collected it from. And now, the creature's left eye was exposed. My only bit of closure was found in the quest log. I've ventured into the cave, and I've found no signs of Manias. Wherever he has gone, I do not wish to know. The creature itself now remains silent, and one of its eyes has become exposed. The tablet that once sat in front of it has now been returned. Whatever happened here, I should leave the cavern well alone. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed and want to try the mod for yourself, the link will be in the description below. Hope you all have a great day. Peace out.